No joke when I say these are some of the best looking cards in the set. 34% of you that have not smashed the ever-loving crap out of that subscribe button. Smash it so we can climb up the 111,000 ladder here. Wow, these cards, I feel like we just hopped in a time capsule here for this set. Because these are some of the craziest looking cards, and I feel like we just blew beyond all of the lore here for this. So these are more Abyss cards, but you're going to be so dumbfounded by how these look that these are absolutely amazing here. So the first one here is the Beisted Aluber. I actually kid you not here. It would appear that Luber actually merged with the Bysteel. So this card's name becomes Fallen of Albaz while on the field or in the graveyard. Okay. If this card is normal or special, you can discard one card, target one dragon monster your opponent controls or in their graveyard to activate one of these effects. Send this card to the graveyard, and if you do, take control of that monster on the field till the end of the turn. Send this card to the graveyard, and if you do, special summon that monster from the graveyard to your field. Now, there's a lot to unpack here with this, first of all, alright? Just on normal or special, discard a card, and then basically take control of an opponent's dragon. It's a little bit heftier of a cost for a dragon, for sure. If it would have been, I think, a little bit nicer if this was just an application on normal or special. Tribute this card and then target a dragon to do its thing. But hey, you know what? That's fine. It's just, I don't know, it's interesting. But that artwork is super spicy. Also, he's a level 4 dragon tuner. So there's a lot to unpack with this card, but I think this card seems very, very, very interesting for what they're trying to have it do. So good stuff with this one, Konami. Yeah, I just feel like we're so far ahead with the lore here. This is the Fallen of Argrios? I'm actually not too sure on that. It's a level 2 with 700 attack, 700 defense. And it is a thunder effect. Really? 700 attack, 700 defense. So I assume that this is sprite support. So you can only special summon this card with the first effect this card's name once per turn. You can only use this third effect this card's name once per turn. Yep. If there's a level 2, rank 2, or link 2 monster on the field, special summon this card from your hand. Link monsters this card points to cannot activate their effects. Okay. And during your opponent's turn, quick effect, you can target one Exceed monster on the field, detach up to 2 materials from it. This is, this is an anti-sprite card. So, is that what these cards are actually supposed to be? Because these feel very much like they're designed to kind of counteract these themes. Now this one, okay, sure. You get to go ahead and extend it on out. It's just, for what this wants to do, I feel like it doesn't do it enough, if that makes sense. Because you would want Sprite to want to look at this card and give this card a consideration to play, but it doesn't look like you, well, you're not actually going to play this in Sprite, but man, oh man, this art is sick. Like, the ruinness of this here, the fact that it's all wrapped up in like the oh my gosh. Plus you can see like Sprite Blue here, Sprite Carrot here, and then would appear Sprite Judd as well, I believe. Man, that's deep for the lore. Alright, next up is the Fabled Ice Jade support. Ice Jade Igrenron. Is this? Oh wow. This is another waifu. That's fantastic. Sitting on what appears to be the Fallen Ice Pillar. Now, this is a level 7 with 1,500 attack, 2,500 defense. It's probably not something that you want to hear in terms of those stats, but it is another Aqua Tuner monster. So, I guess that they love to do this. So you can discard one of their Ice Jade or card or Water monster. Special summon this card from your hand, and then you can special summon an Ice Jade token. Oh, Aqua level 3, 0 attack, 0 defense. While that token is in the monster zone, the player who summoned it cannot special summon monsters from the extra deck except for water monsters. Okay. Straight off the bat here, just discard an Ice Jade or a water, summon this and a water token, and then you can make a level 10 synchro for water. We needed this. This card's name becomes Ice Jade Sinod in Non-Cradle while equipped with an equip card. Okay, well, once again, straight off the bat here, I'm actually glad that we got this. The biggest thing that we had issues with the Ice Shade support was it always felt like we needed something that didn't suck, if that makes sense. So I feel like these are all supposed to be powerful wrap-up cards to help out the particular archetypes. Also, I mean, to be fair, most of the Ice Jade players have requested, hey, we need an easier way to... Actually, I think people were talking about, hey, we need a Link 1 to get this deck going. Well, how about a level 7 monster let you discard, make a token, and basically facilitate a 2-card synchro so that you can actually play the game? I'll take that. No, this is nice. Guiding Quem the Virtuous? What? That you, Ecclesia? No way. Is this... Okay. This card is always treated as a Dogmatica and a Despia card. This would be the inverted form, right? Correct? In terms of the lore for Ecclesia, well, the Cartesia, so 1500 attack, 1500 defense. Light Spellcaster monster. Yeah, makes sense. You can only use the first and second effects of this card's name once per turn. So if this card is normal or special summon, you can send one Fallen of Albaz or one card that mentions it from your hand. Send one card that mentions it from your deck to the graveyard. That's actually pretty good. I'll take that. If a card or cards leaves the extra deck, you can target one Fallen of Albaz or one monster that mentioned it, except for Guiding Quem the Virtuous, in your graveyard and special summon it. That's also not horrible. But you'd figure, for what we're trying to do with this card, that it would be a lot better. But I mean, heck, this is a Despia card and a Dogmatica card in terms of name. That's pretty impressive in itself, you know what I mean? Also, this artwork, like, I love the gothic feel to this with the little orbs. Like, this is quite good. And then we also have the Branded Etrude. Interesting. So I'm going to continue trap card here. So, so you can only use the first effect of this card's name once per turn. So during either player's turn, you can immediately, after this effect resolves, synchro summon monsters you control, including at least one dragon monster. Okay. So this is how you're basically going to speed up the process for the dragon. While you control a bestial monster, any monster sent to your opponent's graveyard because they tributed it for a ritual summon or uses material for a fusion, synchro, or link summon is banished instead. Etrude is a piece of music designed to give the performer practice in a particular area or skill. That's interesting. What I think is most interesting about this lore is, like, it looks like we're post-adventure now with this. And I'm not particularly sure how I feel about all of this, because now that we've hit that point in the lore, especially with Bestial Luber here, obviously acting as, the piece for all of this, have we hit the final piece here? Like, what's going on here with this? Because, we didn't really see much of this. I mean, obviously we had the big dragon and the big Fallen of Albaz moment, sure, but, I feel like this feels very much post-adventure here, where kind of like everybody's going their own way here. Like, standard anime ending where everybody's like, okay, the adventurous ending, you panel out for all of the shots, you see them doing their own thing here. You see Bestial Luber sitting on his throne. You see, the sprite monsters doing their thing here. You see the Ice Jade wrap up here, and you see, Guiding Quem down here, just riding off into the sunset. But I have a lot of questions for you. Where's Spriggans? Where's everybody else's happy ending here? I hate to say this in terms of lore, but we might not be done. We might actually be chugging along into the next set here, which is actually pretty interesting to say, because when you leave things open-ended like this, I think that actually leaves quite some interesting questions. But you know what? I'll clap for it, Konami. If this is the end of the artwork, you blew me away. You did fantastic. So what do you guys think about today's amazing cards? Like, these are gorgeous. But please, leave a comment down below, tell me what you guys think, and I'll see your beautiful faces back here later in the day, guys. Peace out. Patrons, thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.